Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do something a little bit different for me, and I'm going to do an unboxing and assembly of my new Hasty Bake Roughneck Smoker, also known as the Kent Rollins Cowboy Smoke Box. This is something I ordered, I guess back in early November. Just got shipped out. This is a new product for them. I've never owned a Hasty Bake product before. They're pretty well known for their grills and all different types of grills. But I've always admired their products over the years, and when I saw this new smoker design, I instantly fell in love like at first sight, because this is kind of something I've been looking for a long time. I've been smoking food for, I don't know, 25 years now, and I've always used some sort of a redneck rig to do it. I've built cinder block houses to smoke food. I've smoked stuff in wooden boxes. I converted an old stainless steel dishwasher to a smoker one time, and then for about the last 10 years or so, I've been using an old propane grill that I converted to a smoker. The main reason I was always using these weird smoking setups is because I never found a commercial smoker that I really liked for the money. You know, enough so that I was experimenting on my own with different setups. But when I saw this product, it was love at first sight. Hopefully it'll perform as good as I think it will. I'll put some links to Hasty Bake. I don't have any affiliation with them, but I'll put some links to them. Also links to Kent Rollins, who's very active here on YouTube. He's a well-known cowboy chuck wagon cook who has some really great cooking videos. Really simple recipes. They always turn out great for me, and he's very entertaining to watch. So I'll put a link to his stuff up there as well. So stick around and we'll get started unboxing this new smoker. Alright, so this small box is some accessories I ordered with the smoker. I ordered a wheel kit, a thermometer for the hood, and an extra set of racks to go inside the smoker. This ended up, the smoker was $8.99, and I think with all of the accessories it came to a little bit over $1,000, which is to me good value. It's made in the USA. It's made of very quality steel, and I just like the design compared to everything else I've seen on the market. So let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, $1,108. So that's for the smoker, the wheel kit, extra cooking racks, a thermometer, and some shipping cost. This was apparently 120 pounds for the smoker, and then they charged $24 to ship these accessories. Not too bad at all. So here are the wheels. These are really heavy duty. These look like what you'd find on a lawnmower in the 1950s. Metal, solid rubber, nice wheels. And this is it's part of the wheel kit. This is the axle. And they emailed me and said they forgot to ship the part, which would be the handle for the wheel kit. So I'll expect that in another shipment. And I don't see the thermometer in here, so maybe that's in the other box. Here are the extra racks. And this guy, I have a feeling it's going to be easier to cut the box off of the smoker, but I don't want to get a look inside before I do anything. Piece of foam. And by the way, I'm in my barn today because it is wicked cold outside and windy. There's actually skid marks on the thermometer because I think the temperature dropped so fast last night. Normally I'd be putting something like this together closer to where I'm going to use it, but I just need to get out of the wind today. Alright, so this looks like a door. Turtle parts, we've got some racks, hooks, a rack to hang stuff on, and then some gasket material. So I'm going to move this over to the side. This looks like the smoke box, which slides out on the bottom, kind of like a drawer with a box, which is one of the things I liked about this. So I'm running out of space here. Got my box blade. And it looks like we're good. So I'm going to cut this box open carefully. Alright, and there's another piece of foam on the bottom, which is good. It's pretty well protected for shipping. Let's see, I'm going to put some gloves on since this is steel. Alright, so this is the opening for the drawer down here at the bottom where the smoke box will be. And one of the interesting things about this product I thought was cool is they're using a material known as weathering steel, or a lot of times called architectural steel. It's made to rust and get a patina, but not rust in a traditional sense like destructive rust. It'll just get a light coating of, it's more, I'd call it more of a patina than a rust, and then it holds that and pretty much lasts forever. So there's been a lot of buildings that use this type of steel. Architectural styling, there's statues, bridges, railings. If you ever see anything outside that looks rusty, but it was done intentionally, chances are they're using this type of architectural steel or weathering steel. I think one of the trade names for this is Corten steel. And so over time this is going to get kind of a brownish orangey patina, but not really rust. And so we'll have to see how it goes over time. But just out of the box I see some really nice fabrication, nice welds, nice sharp metal work, and it looks real good. So let me move some of this junk out of the way and we'll get going with the assembly. All right, so that finishes up the basic assembly. There's a couple things I did not do. I did not attach the gaskets to the top and the door just because it's so cold, and I just don't trust trying to use anything with adhesive, self-adhesive, tapey type stuff on cold metal. So what I'll do is later on I'll bring this inside my garage in the house where it's at least 55 to 60 degrees and let everything warm up before I come back. And they've just provided, in fact, I'll bring it down here. This just the fireproof gasket material. It'll go on the lid and then also the firebox door down here. So I'll wait till this is warmed up a little bit before I even try and bother with the gasket material. And then I left the fasteners loose for the top hood and the firebox door so that I can fuss and get those aligned better. In fact, it's crooked right now because I got those fasteners loose, but I'll come back and fine tune both of the door and the hood to get everything nice and lined up and square before I snug down those fasteners. And I recommend you do that too if you're putting one of these together. You don't want to snug stuff like that up too soon. There's no reason to. But overall, this was fairly easy assembly. I only had to make the walk of shame back to my main workshop twice to get a tool that I didn't have here. So that wasn't too bad. The hardware is very high quality stainless steel, very nice hardware. The instructions are good. I found a couple typos. I'll try and mention it to the company, but they're really not big deals. I mean, I think everybody will understand what they really mean in the instructions. So overall, I think this was a pretty easy assembly. Everything's good quality, very straightforward, very heavy duty. I mean, you've got really nice toggle latches for the top hood and the firebox door. Really nice custom cut vent hardware there. Heavy duty handles with a spring handle, so you can touch that and not get burnt. And just really nice welding and finishing on everything. So I'm really pleased with the product and how it all came together. And so really the next thing to do is to give it a test, and I'm gonna have to decide what I want to cook on this for the first time and give it a test. I'm thinking probably a pork butt. Pork butts are pretty idiot proof for me, and that'll give me a chance to work things out in terms of understanding the temperature. But this has a real nice setup. They include this hanger with some hooks, so if you want to hang like chickens down in there, or I don't know, probably you can even hang ribs down in there. You can do that. I've never smoked anything that way, so that would be new for me. But I did get on this one the optional second level of grates, which is about 6-7 inches below the top grates, and that'll be good for if I'm doing a lot of ribs. That'll give me more cooking area, or just if I'm cooking like a pork butt or chuck roast or something that drips, I can put a drip pan down there and catch that. But it's a real good setup. So down here you can see this is really the firebox area. They included a really nice stamped and welded up box, and normally I'll just be loading that up with lump hardwood charcoal, get that lit, and then throw in some hardwood for smoke. And I got loads and loads of hickory out here on my property, so I've got a lot of that stocked up. I've got some pecan, and I've got some beech, and those are usually the three woods that I smoke with: hickory, pecan, and beech, and they all do well. I suspect it's going to be a learning curve to control this, but they do have some nice instructions and suggestions how to fire this thing up. By the way, there's a heat deflector here, and you know, I'm assuming you always want to cook with this, but there are probably situations, and this is meant to be a smoker and meant to be indirect heat, but I think there are probably situations where you could get a good fire going in the firebox, take out the deflector, and do some light grilling. Certainly not searing, but probably light grilling. And there may even be situations where I smoke something and then quickly grill it at the end, or quickly grill something first and then smoke it. I do that a lot with fish. So there's good versatility here, and I like the idea that there's a fairly deep firebox that's independent of the rest of the unit that I can really control. And in terms of combustion and temperature control, they've got the two vents on the front here with daisy wheel controls, and then there's a vent on the back. And according to Hasty Bake, it sets up a swirling motion of air and smoke inside the unit, and so we'll see how that works out. A lot of the smokers I've used and rigged up, you know, they always have a chimney, so you know where the smoke starts and you know where it goes to. This one is a little bit more involved in terms of what it's doing with the air inside of the unit, but if it works as good as they say, you know, that's great. So I'm looking forward to trying this out. So basically, to wrap things up now, I'll do the fussy work of aligning the door and snugging up the door hardware for the firebox door. Also this top lid, and then I'm going to get this inside, like I said, let it warm up overnight at least before I put the gasket material on the top and the door. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching. I might do a follow-on video just to you know, demo this and let you see how it works when I cook for the first time. So stay tuned for that in the future. And as always, leave your questions and comments below, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for watching.